What's up, YouTube? This is Card Tricks Tutor here, and I'm going to show you guys the deck I ran when I went to Nationals. I ended up getting 38th place after Swiss, 12-round tournament, and then ended up going top 16, losing to the eventual winner, Koty Angeloff. Yeah, it was a pretty fun time. I think I was just really in the zone the whole game, the whole tournament. And I wasn't really making misplays at all, and if I did, I was able to come back hard from my misplay and was able to just recuperate. That's kind of what this deck did, and I played Salamangreat. I tried making the best list. I practiced for a couple of weeks before, let's say I think I had 2 weeks, because it's about probably all the time I have to offer for this game. And yeah, I thought I wanted to play a deck that was linear, didn't have to think outside the box, and if I lost, it was because the other player was way better than me, or the deck kind of just failed on its own. So there were a lot of card choices after the tournament. I think I would just be able to perfect this list to for an even better tournament experience, because a lot of the cards that I played felt underwhelming, and some of the other cards I was just wow, I actually missed this card a lot when I was looking at my side deck. So yeah, so one lady debug. The first thing we go over this card is this card can actually just be cut out of your deck completely, because it's actually just very underwhelming. If you go into a big tournament, you go normal summon, they hand trap it. Okay, now you would go Banelinks, make a field spell, relink it to make another one, and then you trigger off your Gazelle. Well, that's saying if you open up the Gazelle, and this play only is really good when you have a spinny in hand, and this goes off, and it's just relying on too much. So this could easily just be cut for any other Salamangreat card, or it can be cut for a spell card or a trap card. It just did not serve the purpose I wanted to. Luckily, this went off when I needed it to, and I sided it out a lot. It was good against the Phantom Knight deck when they went first, and I won game one. It was good because it was just a way to just bait out a Falk Blade immediately, and I could just follow up with my own solid cards. That's saying that I open up good enough, and it's kind of what I took the risk for sometimes, where I just use this as a bait for a hand trap or something else. And this is only good going second. It's really bad going first. I'll say that for sure. Then you run the other best salad. Yeah, honestly, I only played 3 mirror matches that whole event. 3 mirror matches, and every mirror match I played, they played the deck completely incorrect. They were just I can't really explain how they played it, but the way you're supposed to play this deck is you're just really supposed to make your board, make it so you always have at least a trap or a dweller, or some way of protecting your board. You're not going to get OTK'd unless you're playing against Thunder and they'd open up the stones, and you always end with this in your hand, or a way to get this back to your hand. If you don't have a way to access this for the next turn, you're playing the deck very much incorrectly, unless you're in a game state where you have to. But even most of the time where I knew I was in a losing position, I would make my board and then end with this in my hand, so it put more pressure for the next turn. That's just a little food for thought. So you can definitely see who the better Salamangreat players are. 3 Foxy. This was just a good starter card. You could get away with 2. You can get away with it's either 2 or 3. I thought maxing out was just the best. You want to see as many Salamangreat cards in your opening hand as possible, and it's very funny. It's very weird, because when you go in second, you want to see as many hand traps. When you go in first, you want to see as many Salamangreat cards. So, another Salamangreat card is 3 Spinny. Just in testing, I tested 2, I tested 3, and 3 just became kind of the number. Just because it was against the mirror match, it was a 1-card Hida, which gave you access to Gazelle to send Foxy, and then you can go send another Salamangreat card to special the Foxy, destroy their field spell, make the rank 3 guy, and that was a good play too. So 3 Spinning was also just really nice, give you more utility. Now I ran 2 Jaguar. Before the event, I was not thinking Striker was going to be a big threat, but if it became a big threat, 2 Jack where it was so good because like I was testing against striker, the second striker, and this second one just came up way too often. You'll see why I run most of these cards later, like why I run them at the high number as I do. 1 Falco. It's a good recursion card, just lets you get back your spells and traps every single turn. Again, if you're playing the deck correctly, your opponent should just be blown out of the water game 1. 1 Foul, and that's not saying like you're not going to be grinding every game, and that's what it was. It was just a big grind every single match. It was never just a blowout, but you will always have advantage, and your opponent will never be able to like just blow you out of the water, which is something that not every deck is able to do. Because like Orcust, like that was the reason going into the event, which was really just weird. Was like Orcust, they set up a board, but if you don't make the board, then you just automatically lose. Thunder, you break, you lose. If you go second and you go up against like 3 or 4 back row, like yeah, you're gonna probably fight through it, but you're probably not. And if you're not able to do it correctly, or they activate the right trap cards at the right times, you're gonna lose. So like, just so much variance with this. Where this deck is just like, I go first, I make my board, do the same thing, keep whittling down your resources until I just win. Going second, same thing almost applies, but like you have hand traps to stop their board from going crazy. So then when it's your turn, you make your board, and your board is so easy to make where, there's not one single card that can stop your board, which ended up being no material, can actually just stop your whole board, but it doesn't really matter. You just run so many hand traps, so let's go over it. Three things, 3 Ash. I run 1 of each rarity, I don't care. 3 Veiler, and then we do run 3 Impermanence, but that's in the traps. So, like 12 hand traps. I did not want to run, what's the other one? Ghost Ogre? Didn't think that was necessary for this event. Probably was looking back after what my matches ended up being, but it's cool. For the spells, 3 Circle. It's a free Rhoda. I mean, it's a 1-for-1, which is awesome. Get you straight into the Gazelle. And it's like almost impossible because they can't stop this, because if they stop this, then I can have a Gazelle to follow up. So it's the wrong thing to do to stop this. 2 Cyanide Minings. Again, I wanted to play a long event. Wanted to play for the long run. So having 2 of this was just the right number. 3 was just too many, and I did not want to see it all the time and rely on this card to actually start my combos. Just not worth the time. So this is the reason why I ran a lot of Salamangreat cards, was because of this card. You want to be able to blow out your opponent. Like, you literally just want to win immediately. And this is the card that allows you to just win. Because when you make your combo, that's already overwhelming for your opponent, because you just did the same. You just made like 4 monsters on the board, and you got a trap card, and you just, recard with another Gazelle for the next turn. Now, and then you at the end of the combo, you activate this. Now you're just putting yourself in a better position, because now you're drawing into hand traps, regular traps, more combo pieces to make Dweller possibly. So it just does it. The theory behind this was not to activate this before you combo, just to do it after. There were times where you just have to do it, and even so, like, just bait out cards, because people just stop the desires. You can't draw them, because drawing is amazing. So again, Upstart Goblin, I love consistency, and we just do it. So we run 39 cards. 3 Cosmic Cyclones. I think I played this card so wrong for the event, but I think it's just a great 1-for-1 where I didn't have to discard a card and make myself dead. And every card actually just does count, because you can't start adding up cards in your deck, in your hand, that just start discarding. Like, you run triple Cyanide Mining, and you run triple Twin Twister. Like, it starts catching up with you after a while. Like, you just start discarding way too much. Like, yeah, the deck is almost like a 1-card combo, but like at a point you just want to keep hand advantage. But yeah. Then 1 Field Spell. It's a brick, but it's always nice to have it on your field. Just puts extra pressure for complicated game states. 3 Impermanence. Just 3 more hand traps. Like I said before, there's no point where this conflicted with Phantasme, because I didn't let it happen. It was also just good because I could just use this during my turn. Like, there were times where I just opened up double Impermanence, and I was like, okay, I'll just let them combo, so then during their turn I'll just Impermanence their Hieratic, Impermanence their Hot Red, or whatever, just being able to do certain things like that. And then 1 Roar, 1 Rage. Good. That's before your main deck. For the extra, We run 1 Dweller. Probably should have ran 2. Definitely came up multiple times. This one was MVP. I don't like the resource management. I'm not the guy who likes the resource management, so we just go for the 2. Make the game easy for us. 3 Banelinks. Don't know why you would ever want to cut this down. It's just a free link down. And it's a free way to just go into Jaguar, special this, and then make a link 2. So that's also just free, so why not? 3 Wolf. You know, Konami, if you just want to ban this, kill this deck, just put this to 1. That's how you beat this deck. But other than that, we're gonna run out of 3 still and just keep going crazy. 2 Heat Leo. This card's amazing against like pendulums, and just like macro like striker and all that kind of stuff. Just amazing. 1 Hida, 1 Phoenix, 1 Ningrisu. This came up in top 32. I just went this for game because I played him. I literally played him. I was like, I put a monster. I played into a super poly on purpose, knowing that he can only put 1,000 damage. And I'll Banelinks, I'll freeze his last back row if he sets 1. Then I just made heat up, take his Banelinks, made this, and then send his fusion attack for game. So that was nice in time or sudden death. Warlord came up 0 times this whole tournament. Triple Lancia. I'm pretty sure this was in everyone's side deck that got top 64. So there was probably like 190 copies of Lancia in the top cut. 2 Ogre. Came up a lot actually. It probably could have been in the main deck. 1 Scythe. Triple Twin. It's obviously going to be for the Sanctums, but Triple Twin. Let me go over that real quick. But here's the Sanctums. It's a cool card. I mean, it's just free. It just makes your for going first match just almost like a buy. I was playing against the Solid to get top 64, and he let me go first. And I go set this, go Dwell. It made the Dweller combo, pass. He goes like activate mind control. I negate it with Roar, Chain, and then on a open game state, I made the other thing, so just in case he lands or super polys me, which he ended up super polying me. Then I get the Scythe, and he attacked over it, which was okay. Then I followed up with my next Salamangreat combo, and I just win from there. Triple Twin, double, was that anti-spell? Didn't. It's actually so bad now because I actually just don't want to go first against Striker. Like, it's actually just not right. I let my Striker opponents just all go first, so this card was so incorrect for this event. It's only good against pendulums. And then ordered, I think this card's self-explanatory. I think this card's just good going first and second. Just literally a free negate. If they have it, they have it. That is the deck. This is probably the card that should have been in my side deck because everyone plays very slow, as myself, because everything's always so complicated. But this card was the reason why. This card could have easily just won. I would have been at least on one loss easily. It was just Striker was just the hardest matchup because they have that win button. So we needed that win button too. Anyways, that's it. Got top 64. And I'm getting this with like a whole set of like this whole set. And I just ended up emptying out. Got a prize card and got the mat. Sold the prize card, sold the mat immediately. Probably should have taken a picture of it. This is all I got. Sleeves from the event. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, if you want to see more decks, I don't know, might go to more events. I'm not sure, but it was fun. Good event. Had a lot of cool people. But yeah, see you.